Hi, I'm Shiraz Salama and Head of Visual Arts. In Year 10, students undertake a range of engaging art and design electives that are designed as pathways to VCE. Students can choose studio arts photography, Viscom design fields, and Viscom digital design. Our VCE program prepares students for creative career pathways, with studio arts photography, and visual communication design subjects offered.
I'm Sophia and I'm in Year 11.
In studio arts, I generally use painting, acrylics, oils, gouache. I really like gouache. Pencils, like graphite.
What I really enjoy about studio arts is that it's mostly self-driven as well. It's not really restrictive and it's open to artistic expression.
We can choose whatever medium we want, whatever theme we want, whatever we want to do.
What I really enjoy about Viscom is that you get taught much more than just design and much more about how to use these skills into the design field outside.
In studio photography, you have a wide range of art mediums you can use, which are all centered on photography. You have a point and shoot camera, a digital camera, film camera. All these cameras, I'm sure, can give different effects to whatever point they're trying to make, whatever project they're trying to make.
In Viscom, I remember designing postcards to communicate to a client or an audience about a certain part in the world, a location, in which I chose Fitzroy, Melbourne, and I appealed to a lot of the culture that we see, so the attention to vintage stores as well as the huge LGBTQI plus community that they have in Fitzroy.
We really look forward to working with you and supporting you to explore your passion for the visual arts. Make sure you read the handbook and carefully discuss your ideas and options with your teachers and family.
Hi, my name is Lisa Puripan and I am the Head of Science and Head of STEAM at Thornbury High School. In Year 10 Science at Thornbury High School, our curriculum is divided into two different subjects, one being biology and psychology and the other being chemistry and physics that the students study throughout the year. These two subjects are also further divided into an advanced and a general stream so that we can tailor the learning to suit the needs of each of the individual students at our school. Our highly successful VCE Science program at Thornbury High School includes the subjects of biology, psychology, chemistry and physics.
Hi, my name is Majd and I'm in Year 11.
I'm James and I'm in Year 11.
I started science the passion of loving science in Year 9. I was really interested in biology mainly, and I thought maybe I'd pick up advanced bio and psych and advanced chemistry and physics in Year 10, which I did. And after that, I chose the pathway of bio and psych, which I'm in right now, and I love it.
Both my parents were scientists, and so I grew up in a household full of science. So I guess the interest has been with me, since I've been born.
I love the teachers in bio and psych because they're really they're lovely and they always help me when I need it.
In Year 10, I studied advanced chemistry and physics and advanced biology and psychology because, I want to do science in the future. So I thought, it'd be good to get a head start in all the complications of the subjects.
Psychology is one of my favorite subjects, and so is biology. But I mainly would love to do psychology when I'm in uni, and because I think the human brain is very complex. It's a very complex organ, and I really am interested in how it works. So hopefully neuropsychology.
Now I'm doing VC Biology 3-4, and I'm doing VC Physics and VC Chem 1-2.
In psychology, we dissected a brain, which was really interesting. We understood how the brain is formed and what are its factors pretty much and what each part of the brain does. And that to me is really, really interesting, so that it gives me an overview of how, the human brain works.
In Year 10, I was able to do VC Biology Unit 2. I actually didn't do Unit 1. So then I was able to leap ahead to 3, 4, so I can get an extra subject in, as a prerequisite and to boost my ATAR. Well, in the future, I'm considering taking biomedicine courses and becoming some kind of doctor, or maybe an engineering course as well.
So thank you for watching. Hopefully that's given you more of an insight into science at Thornbury High School. As a team and as a school, we definitely think that science is the way of the future and are here to provide as many opportunities to our students as possible. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to ask or to look into the handbook for more information. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Cameron Baird, Head of Technologies, and I'm pleased to introduce you to one of the more diverse key learning areas at Thornbury High School. With subjects ranging from patisserie to woodwork, from food and nutrition studies to the study of computer science and robotics, there's something for everyone within the technologies.
I'm Emma and I'm in Year 11.
My name is Ulisse and I'm in Year 11.
I'm doing vet kitchen operations this year, and it involves mainly cooking tasks and some theory assessment tasks as well.
So I was about 10 years old when my cousin, who is a programmer by profession, introduced me to Java. And then from there I just picked up my own thing and I just started doing it.
I chose vet kitchen operations because I enjoy cooking and I wanted to do a practical task in between all the theory subjects that I'm doing this year.
In Digitech and robotics, I did coding at school, and that was very rewarding for me because I got to turn coding into an actual usable skill at school.
There's not much of a difference between patisserie and food studies, but patisserie is more baking and sweets and pastries, and cooking is more main meals and savoury dishes.
I chose Digitech and robotics because I had coding already as a hobby of mine, and I got to turn it into a skill that can be rewarded at school through marking.
For real-world job opportunities, either through vocational training in vet kitchen operations or VCE food studies, you can't go past the technologies.
My name is Emma McCulloch, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the Performing Arts. Performing Arts at Thornbury High School falls into 3 areas of study: media studies, theatre studies and drama, and music performance. Subject choices in media include movies, memes and media making at Year 9 and filmmaking and cinema studies at Year 10. This moves nicely into VCE media. In drama, we offer drama and theatrical studies at Year 9, theatre studies at Year 10, and this moves into VCE theatre studies. Music performance runs from Year 9 to Year 12, and students can elect to have an instrumental lesson alongside their music performance elective class.
I'm Ollie and I'm Year 10. I'm Alexander and I'm in Year 12.
My name's Maria and I'm in Year 11.
I chose to study VCE music because, it's always been something that I'm passionate about and interested in. So when I was in Year 10 media, which was quite some time ago now, it was a really eye-opening experience because it was the first time I actually got to use this really epic sort of technology that Thornbury has. These really fancy cameras that you get to use, I guess, nowhere else. Which was a fantastic experience and a learning curve to be able to learn how to use the equipment that can help me if I want to continue that pathway, as media was a subject that I really wanted to do and pursue later in life.
I chose VCE media because when I started doing it in Year 8, I found it very interesting and it really let me express myself. So then I decided to choose VCE media.
I guess in Year 7 I got to know the performing arts team because I was in the insect play, and I got to know Emma well and Fee well, and then them talking about their subjects and their passion about it really got me interested and inspired to do that. And so when I had the opportunity in Year 9 and Year 10 to do those subjects, it was like, why not? It seems amazing. So.
Last year, when I was in Year 10, I did participated in Thorn of the Dead, which was a performing arts production extracurriculum, and it was basically a feature film, and it was really fun. And with that kind of thing, you get to meet new people and like share this experience and create friendships and stuff like that. So it's really fun.
In Year 9 Media, we did a project where we had to go to Acme, attend a youth film festival. And we went up to a bunch of students as well as people involved in the film festival. And we interviewed them. That helped a lot with social skills, and it was fun overall. And yeah, coming back to school, we did editing, and that basically went to live TV.
So I chose VCE Theatre Studies because after doing it in Year 10 and like learning all the amazing techniques and having so much fun in the class and enjoying myself, it seemed like the perfect opportunity. And I was really interested in doing that after high school, like as a proper career, like doing acting. So it was a perfect fit. And after talking to Fee about the subject and what we do in class, the plays that we put on, and going to see all the awesome shows that like some of them are usually really expensive, and to do it through school is so much cheaper. And it's a fantastic opportunity that I got to have. So I was like, it's a perfect subject, why not?
We look forward to welcoming you to our subjects in the performing arts.
Hey guys, my name is Salim Nasser and I'm Head of Health and Physical Education at Thornbury High School. In Year 10, students complete a core subject of health. This is compulsory for all students. As well as this, they have the opportunity to study any of the sporting and physical activity electives. These electives include exercise science, sports coaching and physical activity, outdoor ed, healthy body, healthy mind, and vet sport and rec. At VCE, students complete physical education as well as health and human development.
Hi, I'm Charlie and I'm in Year 11.
So my name's Claudia and I'm in Year 11 at the moment.
So in Year 10 I studied health, and in that subject we learned about relationships and decision making.
So I chose PE in Year 10 purely because it's something that I love to do. The things that we studied was the body systems and internally how we function.
In Year 10 I also studied healthy body, healthy mind, and in that subject we learned about the 5 dimensions of health and health and wellbeing at the youth stage.
So vet sport and rec was a subject that I chose. It's not so related to PE because it's knowledge that you need in a workplace environment.
I chose Year 10 healthy mind, healthy body because I wanted to continue it into VCE, and I thought that was a really good decision, and I liked the topics at the subject expo.
I recommend vet sport and rec to anyone that has any interest in workplace health and safety, only because if you want to have your own business, you need to know everything that a business consists of and modules that you follow.
So I chose health and human development because in Year 10 I liked the key topics we did, such as nutrition. And then in Year 11, we continued that and we did nutrition as a topic. And I like learning about what youth need to eat and develop at the youth stage.
At the end of vet sport and rec, you do get a certificate because you also do a first aid course. So you'll have the first basic knowledge of first aid.
Well, beyond school, I would like to study something to do with health, since I did study it in Year 10 and 11, and I would like to continue that in Year 12. And I think I find it really fun and enjoying to learn about the topics that we study.
I like VCE PE purely because I love fitness and exercising, and although it's not all practical, it's a lot of theory based. In Year 11 PE you do a fitness training program that allows you to stay more motivated outside of school and just understand again how your body works, the body systems, and it will help you if you want to do PE in the future. So outdoor ed in Year 10 consists of pushing you outside of your limits, doing activities outside of school that you wouldn't normally think you would do. It is a lot of practical based and going out on a lot of activities. There is theory behind it all, so knowing you're safe and all the safety reasons why you do certain activities.
So this gives you an overview of the health and physical education subjects that we offer at Thornbury High School. Please refer to the handbook for more information, and we hope to see you on the field or the court sometime soon.
Hello, I'm Robin Garden and I'm the Head of English at Thornbury High School. At Year 10, all students undertake core programs in either English or English as an Additional Language, EAL. You have EAL status. If you were born overseas, you've been in Australia for 7 years or less, and if the majority of your language instruction in your previous country was in a language other than English. Year 10 students can also elect to undertake journalism or pre-literature. Our VCE program gives students the opportunity to study either English or EAL or literature.
I'm Jack McKinnon, I'm a Year 11.
I'm Lillian and I'm in Year 10.
Year 10 English is it's a gateway into VCE English at the start. So primarily you can go over some analytical stuff. You get to be creative when you make oral presentations and creative pieces. So it's kind of just it's kind of like a signpost for what you're going to be doing in VCE English.
My older brother studied literature when he was here a couple of years ago, and he really enjoyed it and he highly recommended it to me, and I thought, why not do it early as well?
In Year 10, we read Animal Farm around term 3. That was probably the part I most enjoyed because we got to look in-depthly into the Russian Revolution and the similarities between the book and the revolution itself. So I found that really fun because it had some practicality and had some correlation to history.
In the early years in Year 7 and 8 and 9, we did a lot of introduction stuff and learning about the English language and grammar and spelling and a lot of creative pieces, and then that slowly became more analytical writing and comparison and stuff, and I just was really interested in that and I wanted to continue doing it.
In Year 11 English, we started the year by working on analysis skills where we looked at articles and we kind of got to look at them on a more political spectrum, so we could use based on if they were progressive or conservative to kind of read that article, analyse it and then maybe make some claims for the future.
We read this really nice book. One of the first ones we read in literature was this nice book by Tim Winton, and it's called The Shepherd's Hut, and it was about this boy named Jaxie, and his travels across Australia, and I thought it was really interesting to read a book set in a contemporary Australian landscape because I can obviously relate to that, and it was a really nice book.
After that, we read Dubliners by James Joyce, which was really enjoyable because, again, that went over history and it was really nice to see the importance of English because it really shows us how using past texts in English can improve our future texts. So for that, what we did, we made our own creative piece to respond to that. So it could have been completely related to James Joyce's novel, so in Dublin, or it could be completely out there. So that was great because it got to show our creative sides.
My advice to someone thinking about doing Unit 1 and 2 literature, read the book closely and read the book again.
That's a brief overview of English at Thornbury High School. Make sure you read the handbook carefully and discuss your options and ideas with your teachers and family.
Hi, I'm Rick Manning, Head of Humanities. The Year 10 program consists of 2 semesters. One semester is Business and Civics. The other semester is a choice between History and Geography. To enhance humanities studies at Year 10, students can choose from the elective pool. Within the elective pool, students can select Making and Breaking the Law, or History or Geography once again to enhance those areas. Our VCE studies at Thornbury cover the areas of History, Geography, Accounting, Business Management, Legal Studies, and Industry and Enterprise. Quite a range.
Hi, I'm Oliver, I'm from Year 11.
Hi, I'm Lucy and I'm from Year 11.
My name is Mia Armstrong and I'm in Year 10.
So in Year 11 accounting, I like the maths because it's simple and you get all the fun bits of maths, all the bits I find fun at least, getting to the end without going through all the hassle of the complex formulas and things you use in physics or in, say, maths methods.
I chose Year 10 Making and Breaking the Law because I was originally interested in the pathway that it would lead to into VCE and was interested I did it previously in Year 9, so I just wanted to follow through and I enjoyed it, so yeah.
Yeah, so in Year 10 Business and Civics, we sort of focus on learning about budgets and how we should budget in the future, and we also focus on learning sort of the language that you should use in the workforce?
Well, I think Year 11 accounting would be good for future career prospects, as well as simple things like investing when I'm older, or being able to understand how money works on a deeper level.
I would have to say our excursion into the courts in the city was very interesting, to go into the magistrate's court and see how it all gets put into place and how things run on a daily basis. So that was quite cool.
I really enjoyed learning about how we should present ourselves for a job interview, and putting together a resume, and also learning sort of different terms that we can use in the future.
Well, I chose Year 11 Business in Year 10 because I thought it would be a good introduction to VCE, because it gives you a chance to sort of work as hard as you want. It's both complex and it's simple at its core, but it gets more complex as you branch out, as well as being a good way to get into future courses and future career prospects as well.
I chose VCE Legal Studies again because I was interested in the pathway, and I just wanted to follow through from Year 10 as I found it quite interesting, like what we were studying, and also heard about some of the excursions that we were going to do, which sounded quite interesting. So we're going to again go to the courts, but this time the County and Supreme. So they've got more interesting cases.
So in Year 10 history, I've only just started. It's been like the first week. But currently we are focusing on Japan and Japan's influence during World War II. So we're looking at that aspect of the war. Whereas in Year 11 history, we look at the, I suppose, European influence.
Well, Year 11 business is good because you begin to look at sort of inside a business as well as looking outside a business. So you look at the macro environment as well as you look inside a business in the internal environment, employees, managers, those sort of things.
At the moment we're looking at a documentary because we can't go to a prison because of coronavirus, but we're looking at a documentary that focuses on the women's prison in New South Wales. So that's quite interesting.
So in VCE history, in Unit 1, we focus on the interwar period between World War I and World War II, as well as World War II and the focus on Germany, so as how Hitler rose to power, and I suppose the daily life of a German citizen.
We did a really interesting SAC in Year 11 business where we looked at creating a town. So we went to Brunswick Street, and we studied businesses where they were located relative to tram lines and things like that. We then also looked at how we'd set out a town so businesses nearby would work together, like having a pharmacy, doctor close by, those sorts of things. That was really interesting.
I would say that legal studies would help you beyond school, as it would probably give you a good foundation of like all the terms and some of the basic knowledge that you would need if you wanted to go into a course studying law.
So studying Year 10, Year 11, Year 12 history can help students or people learn about their surroundings and the world that they live in. It gives you sort of, it gives you insight into what's happening in the world and why things are happening. And so studying that further into university can also help with that.
So that gives you a brief overview of the Humanities faculty at Thornbury. Make sure to read the handbook carefully and discuss any of your ideas and options with your parents and teachers.
Ciao ragazzi, mi chiamo Max e questa è Mary. We are here with you to talk to you about our languages learning experience. I learned Spanish, German and English. And do you, Mary, speak another language?
Yes, I speak Spanish and Italian.
Is there one that you feel more confident with?
Yes, I do feel more comfortable speaking Spanish. However, as soon as I started learning Spanish, it made it much easier to learn Italian. That is because they're both very similar. And in doing so, it allowed me to boost my ATAR score. Max, what's your story?
Yeah, I came to Australia at the age of 25 without speaking a word of English. So I had to learn it from scratch, which sounds a very daunting experience, but because I had learned Spanish and German beforehand, then it unlocked the key to the English language, and it gave me employment opportunities. I could travel the world and speak to as many people as I wanted, and basically that's why we are here offering to you this opportunity to become a global citizen. During senior Italian classes, there will be lots of opportunities for speaking If you commit to it, you will be able to become a fluent speaker, which is something that will be with you for your whole life. And so join us because it's going to be a great adventure. Okay? Ciao ragazzi! Ciao!
Hi, I'm Diana Walder and I'm the Head of Mathematics. At Year 10, our students have 3 maths options to study: pre-methods, pre-general or pre-foundation. At Year 11, students can choose to study 1 or more mathematics, including specialist maths, maths methods, general maths and foundation maths. Acceleration into VCE is available for our capable Year 10 students. They can study Year 11 General at Year 10, which enables them to study 12 further in Year 11.
My name is Charlie and I'm in Year 11.
My name is Anyuri and I'm in Year 11.
My name is Charlie and I'm in Year 11.
So VCE Methods is about extending previous topics that you have learnt and expanding on those in a different way.
In Year 10 Maths, I chose to do pre-methods, and then that led me to do methods and specialists in Year 11.
In Year 10, I just did normal maths, so I did pre-general maths, and then I continued it on to Year 11, which I'm doing further maths now.
For example, the unit circle. So previously, pre-methods or other maths, you would have learnt the basics. In VCE Methods, you would expand on that knowledge and further, yeah.
In Year 10 pre-methods, you cover a lot of base content that you'll then revise in Year 11 methods.
The type of student that would do VCE further maths would be someone who wanted to keep their options open when they go to university, or if they didn't want to do a higher level of maths and they just wanted to stick with further maths, it'd be a really good idea if they did further maths in VCE.
I chose VCE Specialist Maths because it is recommended if I wanted to pursue engineering in the future.
In Year 10 pre-methods, some of the topics we did were quadratics, a bit of linear graphs, and probability.
In VCE, I chose general maths, so when I finish Year 12 and go to university, I could keep my options open to any course I wanted.
Pre-methods was mostly about covering the basics, and why I chose to do it as VCE Methods was to expand on those basics.
Students who choose Year 10 pre-methods would like to see what methods would be like, so you get introduced to it, and it's a good opportunity to see how much work you need to put in for VCE maths.
The type of student that would choose VCE general maths is someone who likes maths and would like to keep their options open and not do a higher level of maths.
The difference between methods and specialist is in methods you cover sort of like the base sort of stuff, and then in specialist you expand on it and like learn how formulas are derived.
In Year 10 pre-general maths, we did Pythagoras' theorem, and then in Year 11 pre-general maths we continue on to Pythagoras' theorem, but we just did a lot more harder questions, but it was sort of the same work that we learnt in Year 10 pre-general maths.
For someone who wants to do methods and specialist in Year 11, my advice would be to enjoy maths and enjoy what you're learning, because if you don't enjoy it, then it'll be really difficult to want to pursue it.
That's a brief overview of what maths we have to offer here at Thornbury High. Please make sure you go away and read the handbook and talk to your teachers and parents about the options that you'd like to study in future.